What is up, guys? Okay, so I'm going to teach you everything there is to know about losing weight and doing so in a healthy way without feeling restricted like you're eating rabbit food all the time. Okay, so first thing you need to learn is what depicts how we gain weight and how we lose weight, okay, and that is calories, okay? So our body uses calories throughout the day. Calorie is food, energy that we get from our food, okay, and our body just uses it throughout the day, generally just to keep us going. You know, breathing and walking around and breaking down food in our body, blinking, talking right now and breathing, okay? This is just general homeostasis of our body, and in doing so we're using calories, okay? So, say our body's been using around about 2,000 calories per day, and that's just maintaining the homeostasis of our body. If we have been gaining weight, this would usually mean that you've been consuming more calories than what your body needs throughout the day. So say, for example, you probably consume about 2,500 or more calories per day, and this is why we have been gaining weight. Okay, so in order to be losing weight, we need to make sure we're in a calorie deficit. We need to be making sure we're consuming less calories than what our body has been using. So say, for example, about 15. This is just an example here. Lots of people will be different calories, okay? Larger males with a lot of muscle might have a lot more calories used throughout the day, like a small female, okay, with no muscle, could be a lot less than that, okay? So this is just an example. So we need to be in a deficit, okay, calorie-wise, all right? Calories will depict whether we gain or lose, no matter what the diet is, okay? There's many different diets out there, but they all will come down to calories in the end. For example, what have we got? What different diets? We got paleo. Paleo is, what is it, no carbs or low carbs? No carbs. What other diets we got out there? We've got, what is it, Weight Watchers? Is it Weight Watchers? Yeah. Weight Watcher diet, keto, you know, low sugar, low fat. What's that other one? Slimming World. What other ones we got? Intermittent fasting, that's another one. Intermittent fasting. Okay, all these different ways, you know, that people will claim, you know, is the be all end all to losing weight. This is all diet, so I've done this before, this worked for me, blah, 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 and then they put it all back on again. Okay, so you probably heard people, you know, Slimming World, Weight Watchers, stuff like that, you know, or intermittent fast, keto, whatever it is. I lost all this weight like last year. Oh, I lost 2 stone doing the Weight Watchers and all, you know, but then they put it all back on again as well. So I want to show you and teach you how to lose weight and maintain that weight loss and be able to do so without feeling like you're restricting yourself. So all these different diets are always going to come down to the same thing, and that's going to be calories in the end. Okay, guys, it's always going to come down to a calorie deficit. Paleo is a no carb diet. I think a no or a low carb diet. Carbohydrates tend to have more sugars in them, and they're higher in calories, so by restricting these, we're restricting our calories, bringing us into our deficit, and therefore we're going to lose weight. Okay, that's why this will work. Weight Watchers, what's Weight Watchers? Is that sins or something? Sins or points or whatever it is. You get like so many points, I think it is. 23 points, is that Weight Watchers? 23 points. These points are usually things like that are higher in our calories, so by minimizing our points, we are minimizing the amount of calories that we're consuming. Okay, it's always going to come down to those calories in the end. Okay, same with those. Keto diet is a zero carbohydrate diet. It's a high fat diet with zero carbs. We try to train our bodies to use fats for energy rather than carbs. Now our body prefers to use carbohydrates for energy, so don't be restricting yourselves with carbs all the time because our body prefers to use these for energy. But ketogenic diet, we restrict carbs, but we sort of high up in our fats to try and train our body to use fats more, to use fats for energy rather than our carbohydrates. But the thing about this now, there is a lot of side effects to this. For example, you have bad breath when you're ketosis. Your skin and stuff might start to break out. But in the end, it's going to come down to having those low carbohydrates, those low calories in the end, and that's probably why the keto is working so well for some people. Okay. Low sugar, sugar's high in calories. A low sugar diet is obviously then going to keep us in less calories, okay? A low fat diet, okay? Low fat is higher in calories than what it is now. Not all fats are bad, but fats get a bad reputation because they are higher in calories than what they are in carbs and proteins. For example, fat, every gram of fat is 9 calories, okay, whereas every gram of carbs or protein is only 4 calories, and that's why it gets us such a bad reputation, and that's why people believe that eating low fat will always, that fat is bad for you and makes you put on weight, but really it's because it's the calories, so you just got to be more aware of your calories when you're eating. Slimming World, is that the other one with sins or something? Sins, you're only allowed like 15 sins or whatever it is, 12 sins a day. Those sins are high in calorie foods, so by restricting ourselves to the sins, you're restricting your calories. It's always going to come down to this in the end, guys, okay? It's always going to put us in a deficit. Intermittent fasting is where, I think, where you're you know, different times of the eat, between like 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. You've got this window to eat all your food in, which of course we can't get, you know, all of this food in that amount of time, okay? So we're obviously going to feel full maybe after lunch and then again after dinner and not really feel like we can eat any more and cram any more inside of that time frame. So therefore, we're not going to consume as many calories, and therefore that keeps us in the deficit. So it's always going to come down to calories in the end, okay? So calories is the main thing I'm trying to get across here right now. The calorie deficit is what's going to depict that weight loss, okay? Now, the same goes the other way around. If you're somebody who's looking to put on and gain size and get bigger and muscles and stuff like that, you need to be in a surplus. You need to eat more calories than what your body needs throughout the day. I'm working hard, lifting weights and etc. in order to put on and gain weight. Okay, so to be in this deficit, okay, so say for example we need about a 400 to 500 calorie deficit than what our body has been using. There's many ways to manipulate this number, okay, without restricting ourselves or feeling like we're, you know, on a diet all the time. We never ever, we don't even want to call it a diet. You don't want to feel like you're on a diet at all. You want to be able to eat food, feel food, still enjoy the foods that, or be able to eat the foods that you enjoy and not feel like you're restricted all the time, okay? You want to be losing weight, eating as much food as possible and not feeling hungry and still eating the foods you enjoy. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do that, okay? So all I want you to look into now is your calories, okay? So one of the apps we use is myfitnesspal app. It's an app you can use to just track your calories. There's a barcode scanner on, you can scan your food and stuff like that. And just be aware of the calories that you've been consuming, okay? Just try that for me today over the next few days. Start looking at your calories a little bit more. Use the app to scan your calories and track some of your calories. It will really open your eyes to how much you've been consuming throughout the day. I remember whenever I started tracking, I think it was like a bag of nuts. It really shocked me. It was like one is, you know, it's a big bag of nuts, but peanuts, and it was 1,200 calories in this one bag. I think 12 or 1,500, which is like a whole day's eating for some small females, you know. So that was a lot, and that really opened my eyes to calories and stuff like that. So guys, be aware and start looking at your calories a little bit more. I will get into depth in the next video on how we're going to manipulate this number as best as we can, without feeling like you're restricting yourselves in any way. Okay guys, talk to you soon.